Now, the question arises, what is an atom? In biology, you have studied that a living body is made up of building blocks, the cells. If you look at a building, what does mason do? He keeps making layers of bricks and finally a room is made, then many rooms together, a building. Or if we take the case of high rising buildings, first they make one floor in which there are many flats, then the second and then the third, and ultimately there are say about hundreds of flats or apartments in one high rising building alone. Similarly, in the case of matter, there are atoms as the building blocks. When you were small, you remember what you used to do? You used to play with blocks, and with the help of blocks you would make a pyramid, sometimes a palace, sometimes a robo. So, actually what were you doing? You were joining up small cubicles. So, here also there are atoms, but these atoms are very, very, very small, so small that they cannot be taken or they cannot be seen with naked eyes. If we try to understand the relative size of atom in terms of their radius, what we find is that in case of water, the radius is 10 raised to the power of minus 9. In hydrogen, 10 raised to the power of minus 10. Sand grain is 10 raised to the power of minus 4 and an ant 10 raised to the power of minus 2. How can we measure an atom? You know, for measuring there is always a unit. In the case of atom, because it is very small, the unit we use is nanometer. Which is denoted as Nm. So, what we find is 1 by 10 raised to the power of 9 m is equal to 1 nanometer. So, you can imagine how small is a nanometer, or you can say 1 m is equal to 10 raised to the power of 9 nanometers. So, if so many nanometers are together, then we get 1. So, that is about the size of the atom. If millions of, more than millions of atoms are stacked together, they form a layer which is as thick as a paper. So, these are the examples by which you will come to know how small an atom is.